I hate Reed Richards' space logic, bro. He might as well start the end of the world, and I would genuinely rather side with Dr. Doom than to trust Reed Richards and his plan. I know that sounds harsh, but it's the truth. He's going to kill us all. Sorry for that. I would like to start this rant off by letting you know that this is not a critique or review of the movie in of itself. Overall, I think it's a fine movie, and my complaints about Reed Richards are not genuine criticisms of the writing. More so, I'm critiquing Reed Richards as if he was a real person. But with that being said, what was this dude thinking? So in the movie, Galactus is hungry and he wants to eat the world. Our world, and that's obviously not good. And it's up to the Fantastic Four to stop him. So his initial plan was to teleport the Earth to a nearby solar system so that Galactus is confused and he won't be able to find us for a long time. Now, in hindsight, this sounds like a good idea, but the more you think about it, the worse it gets. As Reed Richards says in the movie, they will be synchronized and interconnected, capable of transporting our planet to a new solar system within a 2% margin of the inhabitable zone. But more importantly, away from Galactus, where he won't be able to find us for millions of years. This implies that Reed Richards already has a star in mind to teleport the Earth, but there's so many problems with this idea that it frankly makes me sick.
You hear it in the sleep sometimes, blare it in your Jeep so your people.
Now let's say, for the sake of the argument, Reed Richards is going to take us to the closest star to us, Proxima Centauri. After hearing this, I have a question for you, Reed Richards. How are we even going to get there? Are you telling me you have a teleporter 4.25 light years away? Let's put this into perspective, right? Reed Richards has 10 years to save the world according to the movie. He'd spend almost half of that waiting for the teleporter just to get there. That means he'd have about 5.5 years, give or take, to figure out how to launch that teleporter at the speed of light and then wait for it to get there. Keep in mind, unless he has a robot on that thing that can spawn materials, that thing won't so much as get a Windows update after launch. Look, the furthest thing we've ever sent into space as of February 2026 is Voyager 1, which has just crossed 171.7 AU. For reference, 1 AU is the distance between the Earth and the Sun, and at this point, Voyager 1 takes about a day to send us information from space. Now let's suppose he's taken us to Proxima Centauri. 1 light year is the equivalent of 63,241.1 AU. Proxima Centauri is 268,778.675 AU away from us. Now how in the world is he going to manage that? And here's another problem. As soon as the teleporter gets there, the signal is going to need another 4.25 light years just to reach back to Earth. That gives Richards a whopping total of about half a year to figure out how the heck he's going to use that teleporter. And speaking of the teleporter, where is he even going to get the energy to teleport the Earth on the far side? Is a dude going to strap a battery the size of freaking Pluto on that thing? Please!
Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram.
Alright, something happened yesterday and like I lost my voice or something like that and I'm coughing a lot, so if my voice sounds like it's dying, you know why. So, with that being said, I'm so petty that I had to consult my astronomy professor about this. I sent him a passionate email inquiring him on the hypothetical peak speed limits of sending something to space, and not only did he respond, he gave me some genuine insightful information. I didn't think he would humor me, but he actually did. So yeah, I won't be reading his email directly, but I will be paraphrasing. So basically, teleportation stuff is very much still sci-fi, unfortunately. But there is this really cool thing called quantum teleportation, which sends data, not physical objects, just ones and zeros. More about that later though. He also said in the email that sending things in space really fast means having a really small payload but also having a really big rocket. I will quote him on this though. If you remember Kepler's laws from class, the fastest speeds occur when closer to the body you're orbiting. You slow down as you go away from the sun. I don't remember Kepler's laws. This basically means that there will come a point where you're too far from the sun to get gravity assist, so then you'll lose your terminal velocity. You'll still go fast, but not as fast as you could be going. Now something pretty interesting he did mention though. The best we can do, at least right now, is use nuclear energy, or rather nuclear weapons, as like a rocket basically. Just attach nuclear weapons as make it a fuel source, strap it to the back of a rocket, and you can go up to 10% of the speed of light. Big fat asterisk on that, but it might be possible because apparently we've been doing this since the 1960s. He also mentions this mini-series called Ascension. I've never heard of this before, but I'm going to put something up on the screen right now. Yeah. So obviously, that's some big stuff. What the frick is quantum teleportation? I'm wondering the same thing. But after a few Google searches, I somewhat understand it. Listen, dude, I'm not like it. Here's how it works. So imagine Reed Richards is here on Earth, and he has a humanoid robot over at Proxima Centauri. If he raises his left arm, the robot would also raise its left arm at the exact same time, completely negating the time it would take to send information. Now this, if Reed Richards had this at his disposal, he would save 4.5 light years of communication delay. For a better explanation, imagine playing Super Mario 64, but you accidentally left your console in Andromeda. Using quantum teleportation, whatever controller inputs you input on the controller, it's going to send that data to the console instantly. It completely negates any sort of delay. Let me remind you though, quantum teleportation only teleports data. It does not teleport matter. We are still screwed. We are still on Earth. And yeah, even if we had atomic rockets, Galactus would have already eaten the Earth by the time we're even halfway there.
Even when ribs was touching, never swallowed the ham.
Now I bet I know what you're wondering. What does the 1818 cult classic Frankenstein by Mary Shelley have to do with this movie? Think back to high school for a second. What was this book about? As Travis Scott famously once said,
The solar system, as we know it, is in a state of perfect equilibrium. Anyone who attempts to emulate the architect who fearfully designed this cosmic mobile is sure to fail, whether due to limited knowledge or their ego. And I'm Travis Scott.
This means that any attempt to replicate or alter the natural order of things has a high chance of failing one way or another. I think that people often forget that the solar system is moving. We are collectively moving in a direction that's been set since the Big Bang. How can Richards be able to control the direction in which the Earth will be moving after teleporting? We're not going to suddenly stop because we were teleported, and if we did, that's even worse for us. Also, the size of the sun we're going to orbit will dictate how fast we orbit the thing. Mind you, Proxima Centauri is smaller than our own sun, therefore, he's going to ruin our calendars. Unless he takes these factors into consideration, he's going to change a lot of our daily lives, aside from the dying.
The sand sandwich salad, it might need salt like your man.
Some of you might ask, well Jam, you're a science guy, right? What solutions do you propose? Well, the thing is, this is just out of my pay grade. And honestly, I don't know. I don't have a solution. Listen, if all the superheroes in the MCU couldn't beat Galactus, and the best thing they could do is just delay the inevitable, the frick do I get? What can I do? As much as I'd like to be a hater, I would give Reed Richards this. He did make the right decision at the end of the day. You're welcome, Reed Richards. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I really had to get this off my chest. It's been on my mind since since I watched that movie. I don't trust Reed Richards. I hate his plan. I hate everything about it. I don't trust him. I'm so happy he finally realized the flaw in his logic and just teleported the dude instead. So much easier for us. That's all I really want to talk about right now. Just thinking about this is just giving me a headache. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Drink water. Praise God.